Okay, we're going to talk about Chapter 3. We're using text editors in Chapter 3. We're going to use VI, and it's just very basic, very cryptic. But the advantage to understanding at least a little bit about how VI works is that you may not always have access to a downloaded text editor with Linux. At least it's something that you can work with within the environment. Most of the time, other than these exercises, I would use probably gedit is a better text editor, a more Notepad++ like editor. Okay, so we're just going to go to here. That's what we're going to look at. A couple thoughts here. So we're going to be typically text files in Linux are scripts of some kind, whether they're configuration files or like we looked at the .bashrc file, which is that login script. So typically they're a script. Now a script is a file containing a series of commands. So and they're usually interpreted. That means they're written out English-like. Whenever you run the particular script, they are then compiled on the fly by the machine and executed. So let's see, with that, text files containing program code are compiled into machine-readable language. That's what happens in order for this to any of these files to be ran. And then just the other definition piece, executables or compiled files that can be ran, and they're, of course, in the ones and zeros and machine language and all. Okay, editors. So again, no-brainer stuff. Editor, program for creating and modifying files containing source code, text, and so on. A text editor is a simplified word processing program. So within a typical word processor or typical editor, you can do bolding, you can do underlining. Those are all special codes underneath the surface. In the text editor, you have no special codes. It's simply ASCII text. Now, within Linux, there are two text editors, VI and Emacs. Emacs, you can run macros and do some more special things with it, but it's a little cryptic, and I find it really hard, even harder than VI to work with. VI is very simple. It's very easy to use, and if you have to, it's like a default editor within Linux. So, and if you want an editor that will go ahead and do macros and some of those things, be able to run a series of commands within the editor itself, use like Notepad++ for Linux or PSPad for Linux probably as well. Those are pretty decent editors. And then we've worked with line editors before. Now, VI has three different modes: insert mode, command mode, and extended command set mode. So really the first two modes, you just use it by toggling I and escape. So that's really the size of it. In extended mode, you go into the command mode, but then you can press the colon to do additional commands. Colon WQ, write and quit. And if you make some changes to a file, colon Q, exclamation mark, will force a quit. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and VI test.txt. Okay, empty file, this is what VI looks like. Simple text. If you press I, that'll go ahead and go to the insert mode. Okay, simple enough. Let's go second line. Perfect. Let's go to the escape mode. You can see where the cursor moves a little bit. Escape goes to the command mode, I should say. We can go ahead and do different commands within this. If I would press DD, that will delete the entire line. Now we can toggle back into insert mode. Go to and it's a little cryptic. This is cryptic. We can go ahead and enter text there. I think the next step would be I'd want to go back to save this. So again, go to escape, go to command mode, shift colon goes to the extended command mode at the bottom, and then we want to write and quit the file. Okay, so there we go. Take a look at it, cat text.txt, that's what it looks like. Let's go back in and re-edit that. And let me do this easier. Let me just up arrow, vi text.txt, hit I to insert. Oh, and my keyboard is a little funny on this. Do the best you can with it. I'm having some problems with the keyboard. Just do the best you can, and you'll probably be just fine. Okay, so this is text. I made some changes. That's the point. I want to go ahead and quit now without saving those changes. So if I go into escape, which is the command mode, hit colon, the extended command mode, and simply Q, I can't write the file, okay, because there's been a change to it. I can't quit without doing something with the file. All right, let's go back to command mode, Q, exclamation mark. That exclamation mark will force a quit. And we cat text txt. There we go. It's the same thing as before. Okay, let me go on down. We talked about creating a text file, the insert mode, the command mode, and at the escape and I toggles. Okay. Let's see. Repeating a change. You can go ahead and go back to the command mode. Remember, this is the worst thing about this. It starts with command mode. I adds test to the text. Escape will go ahead and go back to this command mode. Now I should be able to hit a period, and that re-entered the previous command I used, which was typing text. Okay, undoing it is a U. Let's go back to the Linux. I'm just gonna, because I'm still in command mode, I'm gonna type U. Deleting text, we looked at that really quickly. I'm on this line, so I'm going to delete that line of text with a DD. Now I'm going to go ahead and copy text and then paste it. So I'm going to go to this line, and should be Y, should copy it. And then I'll go down here, and then capital P to paste above the line, lowercase p to paste below it. Oh, what did I do? Let me find out what I did. That's funny, I did. I think I might not have just been in the window, but I can go ahead and press Y, capital Y, to copy this first line of text, go down, and then lowercase p to paste it in underneath that line. Okay, so really cryptic, but working around through a text editor like this, it works okay. And Linux typically has worked at a command prompt, so it's a fit. We can also move the cursor around in the VI window. We can search for strings. Now these examples, we're looking for numbers and so on and so forth. I'm just going to go ahead out here and I'm going to search for cryptic. So we can go out to the command prompt, command mode, hit colon, and I should be able to go slash and cryptic, and that will find the line that cryptic is on. Okay, I can also search and replace this. So if I go back here, I think that showed us well enough. Let me go on here, because in the interest of time, I want to go ahead and do a search and replace. So we have the command mode. One begins at the first line, so we can begin at the beginning of the file to search and replace. And then the $sign is search to the end of the file. So start from the beginning, go to the end. S is search. What are you going to search for, and what are you going to replace it with? So if we go back to here, we're going to go to the command mode. We're going to start at line 1, go to the end of the file. We're going to search. We're going to search for and find cryptic, and replace cryptic with useless. There you go. We changed cryptic with useless. So a regular search and replace function. There are some other handy commands here. You can go ahead, and I'm just going to show you one of these. The set number is really handy within this. So you may have a configuration file that has 100 or 1,000 lines in it. We want to be able to go out and figure out when there's an error, which line has the problem. It'll tell you that there's an error on a certain line. If we just type in set number, we can go ahead and get the numbers turned on for the file, or the file itself. We can also add text from another file. we can go ahead and run VI temporarily. We can run commands outside of VI temporarily, I should say. FG goes back into VI. Keep that in mind. We can delete from that extended command prompt lines 4 through 6 and D. Again, it's cryptic, but it works. Let's see, to save a file, we looked at this already, so I'll just walk through this quickly. To save a file without exiting, you can just go ahead and hit :W to save that file. To save and exit, WQ, we've done that. And to save and exit again, so that both of these commands do the same thing, we just type in :X to save and exit. Now, if you're in the command mode, ZZ will do the same thing. Now, here's a command summary in VI. There's a little bit of information using Emacs Editor if you want to try it, and more information. So I think that concludes really thinking about VI, a text editor. Only do the projects within this particular chapter. And if you have questions or comments, make sure you email me. Thank you. Bye.